No, we're good.
You're good with the sound, you're ready to go?
Yeah.
Take the stage.
We're good.
Okay.
Rolling.
If we should meet again, depending on where and when, I would hold you in my arms and take back all that
Is that gonna be too dark in the space when it gets up there?
I'll have to adjust, accordingly. I might need to forego like seeing the candle.
Yeah, it might be closer.
No, I need
the road
a lift.
where we belong
Need a lift.
is crooked.
It's okay. Look, I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it. It's on a tripod at some point.
I
but I'm
never
just gonna move and
truly
come back.
understood
It's not live yet. Are you live?
my way around this neighborhood.
Check, 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 check.
We should meet.
Southern Biscuits. Check, check.
If we should meet.
Sound check. Canopy and the Roots coming live too. How we looking on that live stream? We get live? All right, all right, all right. It is time. Well, thank you all for being with us tonight live from Canopy and the Roots, down in the Roots. If you have not been to our place, we're up here in Dahlonega, Georgia. Opened our doors about a month and a half ago. And the entire purpose of this downstairs performing venue we call a listening room is to connect intimately with the artists. So we appreciate our artists tonight driving all the way out here from Marietta, Georgia to grace the stage, bring you guys at home something a little different since you can't be here tonight in the listening room. We hope you turn your living room or car or walking trail into that room. Thanks for joining us. I want to introduce in just a moment Reverend Hylton to the stage. Gentleman reigns from the Atlanta area. Mentioned he came over from Marietta, but he spends most of his time on the road. I know many of you follow him, seen his journey from building his van to hitting the road, I'd say mercilessly. And my quick story with Reverend Hylton, with Justin, is that I met him at a wedding. He was playing guitar and had a whole band. Just saw the knuckle tattoos. My wife and I were photographers and still are. And started with some conversations. Of course, the first question was, "Are you truly a reverend?" And yes, he is. Yes, he is. Maybe not a minister, but a reverend. And then I learned a little bit more about his story. Very intriguing. Watched him build out his van over the next couple years and hit the road. So it's been cool to meet him at a wedding where he was playing his music, and I was working there. Watch him hit the road, and now we built this place called Canopy and the Roots on stage, and it's kind of come full circle for me, at least, anyways. And without further ado, I do want to bring up Reverend Hylton. He has a brand new album that he's just released, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
It's called Live at Waller's, and he recorded at a coffee shop down in Decatur, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. So you can check that out where? Spotify?
Yeah, Spotify, iTunes. You can buy a hard copy from my website as well.
Spotify, iTunes, and website. The purpose of tonight is to bring a connection to the audience wherever you are. That's what we're all about at Canopy and the Roots. Excited to have Reverend Hylton here. Please, you'll find donation buttons, and you can hit our Venmo account, or at least Reverend Hylton's Venmo account, and just try to push through. Our mindset through all this whole pandemic is that the show must go on. Having said that, Reverend Hylton, take the stage.
van, like Brandon said. I'm going to try my best to make this as natural a process and show as possible. But it's hard because y'all aren't here. Y'all are wherever you are, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. At this point in the show, I usually ask if anybody's ever heard of a Herkimer diamond, but I don't know if I'm going to get any responses in time. So I'm just going to tell you that a Herkimer diamond is a type of quartz crystal. It comes from Herkimer, New York. And I was given a Herkimer diamond many, many years ago. And it's been riding on my dashboard ever since. And a few years back, I was driving through Herkimer, New York. And I was thinking about the girl that gave it to me. And I figured I'd write a song about it. And I figured not too many people had used the word Herkimer in a song before. So this is what you get. This song's called Reba.
Breaking bones just like you do. We're supposed to meet somewhere out there near Rainbow, but our plans, yes, our plans, they fell through. You are the one to tell everyone that's the dawn through my fingers, but in the end, it was all I thought. And now to get your green eyes pop into my memory, so I write a song every now and again. Read away right now. Read away right now. Read away right now. You're out leaving me from wine. Read away right now. Read away right now. Read away right now. You're out leaving me from wine. Driving down the Herkimer and I think about how we did not last without diamond. All the diamond still rides upon my day. Written one or two love songs, you call it quits, and when I'm not wrong, but I'm thinking about you, about you all along. Just a kid painting, yes, it's what you used to always say, and I hope you're still living your life that way. Drove many miles and I have grown a few lines upon my face, but I'm sure you aged in the most beautiful way. Read away right now. Read away right now. Read away right now. You're out living from wine. Read away right now. Read away right now. Read away right now. You're out living from wine. You remember how we used to run this town? Listen to time waits till morning came around. Then those drugs, they took a sparkle from our eyes. We went swimming in our own lives. Had to go our separate ways, figure out our lives. How we live our lives. Read away right now. Read away right now. Read away right now. You're out living the wrong way. Read away right now. Read away right now. Read away right now. You're out living the wrong way. Read away right now. Read away right now.
What are people saying over there, Brandon? So Brandon's replying to whatever you guys are saying.
Yeah. Don't blame Reverend for what's being written. You just got some people hanging out. You got Nicholas Ward came in. Looks like Eliza Andruzzi-Wolski.
Hey, Lisa.
It's a beautiful name.
Yeah, that's where I'm staying.
Let's see, we got Melissa Raven just clocked in.
Hey, Mom. Here's a little song about
Nicholas says, how the hell are you saying hello while you're playing?
Here's a little song about murder. Let me tell you a quick little story about two brothers who lost their way. The brothers were good with money and the other had a problem with a drink. But the brothers lost all his money 'cause the other blew it all away. Found themselves lost in the desert, running from a real bad game. Name of the game was love, greed, and either brother was gonna give in. In this game, the way they were playing, neither brother was gonna win. Both fell for a girl from St. Louis, and they both wanted her to themselves. So they left them both on the streets back in Reno, and they couldn't put the hatred on the shelf. Found themselves lost in the desert, starting to rustle around. But the brothers pulled out a pistol while the others stared the barrel down. Name of the game was love, greed, and neither brother was gonna give in. In this game, the way they were playing, neither brother was gonna win. Well, out in the silence of the desert, the hammer of the pistol came down. And as he listened to that echoing sound, he watched as his brother hit the ground. He knew from that very moment that there was no end to this game. He carried the murder of his brother around for the rest of his days. Name of the game was love, greed, and forgiveness. Neither brother was gonna give in. This game, the way they were playing, neither brother was gonna win. What's up? Okay.
We got Angela Manning just chilling in the backyard,
All right, it was good to see you.
asking people what they got going on. We got people backyard sitting, living room, listening,
All right.
couch touring, chilling in a hammock.
That's pretty much what we've all been doing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know things are very strange, and we're just trying to make the best of it. I want to thank Holly and Brandon for. I was already scheduled to play here this evening, and this place is amazingly beautiful. And when life gets back to normal, I hope all of y'all make a trip up to Dahlonega and check out Canopy and the Roots, because this place is amazing. And listening rooms are something that I love, and I get to play them all over the country. And this one is no exception. It is amazing. Anyway, so I learned how to play the guitar many years ago. I was born in Marietta, Georgia, and I don't know if some of y'all out there in the Facebook streaming world can relate, but I was a troubled 16-year-old kid, and I had a grandfather who was known as the singing judge of Cobb County, and my mom would call him up and be like, "You gotta come get this kid. I can't handle him." And so he'd come pick me up, and we'd go back to his property. He's actually from Dahlonega, Georgia, as a matter of fact. He was born here, and then he moved down when he was a kid to Elizabethtown, which is actually Marietta. But back then it was called Elizabethtown. But anyways, he had this property, and we go back there, and during the day, and on the way back to his property, we'd pick up a 12-pack of beer and some cigarettes, and during the day, we'd work on a boat that never ran, and then at nighttime, he loved bluegrass music, and he wanted to learn how to play the banjo, so he stuck a guitar in my hand, and he bought himself a banjo, and we'd sit on the porch, and I'd get drunk and eat Chew Red Man tobacco, and we'd pick, and this song has absolutely nothing to do with that story, except for it's my attempt at a bluegrass song, and I don't consider myself a bluegrass musician. I don't have that kind of dedication, and I have way too many amazing bluegrass friends that would laugh at me if I said that I was a bluegrass musician. But this song right here is my attempt at a bluegrass song, and it is called Girl from the Valley. Here we go. Came to me just like a dream. Her energy shone like sunbeams. She sang to me just like a dream. It was gold like aspen leaves in her hair. Came to me just like a dream. Came to me. Gotta get back to my girl in that valley. I've been on this mountain too long. Gotta get back to my girl in that valley. Back to where I belong. Was a child, just barely 18. She had plenty of lessons to teach me. She took somebody away, whisked me away. She was a girl who set me free. Gotta get back to my girl in that valley. I've been on this mountain too long. Gotta get back to my girl in that valley. I'm back to where I belong. On this mountain I've seen plenty dark days. I've lived in a fog and a haze. I see sunrise, that valley makes me my simple lane. Gotta get back to my girl in that valley. I've been on this mountain too long. Gotta get back to my girl in that valley. Back to where I belong. Gotta get back to my girl in that valley. I've been on this mountain too long. Gotta get back to my girl in that valley. Back to where I belong.
Man, we got people hanging out in the Hiawassee River and campfire listening to tunes, man.
Is that Bert? Hey, Bert.
That's where I want to be.
Probably the best place to be right now.
Caleb Warren signed in.
Hey, Caleb.
Doug Wolski.
Wolski.
He wanted to check out the Desperado Rambler.
So like Brandon mentioned, I live in a van. I've been living in a van now for about 2.5 years, and I live in a van because I got I've been touring pretty heavily for the last few years, and about 4 years, and I got really tired of going places and not really being able to experience the amazing stuff that's out there. And I was going through towns and meeting all sorts of people and not really being able to like nurture those relationships or actually hang out in the places that are out there. So I bought a van and turned it into my home, and now I do about 15. Well, right now I'm not doing as many, but I was doing about 15, 18 shows a month, and then going out and exploring the countryside and all the state parks and national parks and all that stuff. But this song is kind of about that. It's about being out on the road and maybe finding somebody that you want to get back to a little bit quicker than the other people. And this song's called So Far Away. Rain comes down when a day in the south. Cigarettes stuck to the lips of my mouth. Trying real hard to not be you. Coffee in my blood makes me blue. Stay up all night writing songs about my past, wishing our conversations could last. Last to the morning when it's time to go to work, and I wish I could take on the road. So far away, I got your name. I'll get back to you one day. Drive through the desert with a truck full of heart. Now its own graveyard, it's never gonna stop. Heat comes through my driver's side window, and I can't decide if I should come or should go. It always seems like I'm here and then I'm there. The sun, it goes down the highway step. Windows then down and the radio blares, and I think about the night underneath those stairs. So far away, I got your name. I'll get back to you one day. So many miles, so many nights, so many dreams I can't seem to keep right. So many miles, so many nights, so many dreams of you. Holding me tight. Sun, it comes up on the beach on the coast, thinking about all that I've won and I've lost. There ain't nothing left but the diamond in your eyes and the ace in my heart. It helps me get by. So far away, I got your name. I'll get back to you one day. So far away, I got your name. I'll get back to you one day. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all. Thank you, too. You too.
Let's see. I think I some family hopped on here because someone's saying your mom says hello.
Hey, Mom. So yeah, I live in a van, and one of the main things that people ask me about living in a van is if you get lonely, and I think we all get lonely. And actually, I met this guy the other day. I was in Oklahoma on my way back towards this direction, and I met a guy that was living in a van. He was doing courier work, and he was super lonely because he talked to me for about an hour and a half. Really put me behind schedule, but sometimes you just need to talk to somebody. And but I was when I wrote this next song, I was in the woods outside of Glacier National Park, and I was thinking about what it would look like to have some sort of partner on the road. And in this particular fantasy, it looked like a fiddle player that wanted to come hop in the van and hit the road with me. And haven't found her yet. And I don't know if I ever will, but if I ever do, she's got a song, and this is called Heartbreak. I'm usually in loud places, but since I'm in such an intimate, small setting, with only one person here,
You got room for 50 there.
This song was written. My first national tour was about 4 years ago, I think, and it was my first album came out, Stubborn Nail, and I've been on the road for about 10 weeks, and I got into Nashville, and I was just exhausted and worn out, and I had a show in Nashville, and the idea was to get this hotel room and hang out with friends, and what I actually did was play my show, and I went back to the hotel, and I wrote this sad song about being on the road, and but there's hope in the end of it, and the road's it's an amazing way to live your life, but it's definitely can be wearing sometimes, and but this song right here is called Nashville Hotel. Where the white line just to help to get to where I'm going. Town full of people, and I don't even know them. Play a few of my songs about me getting high. Maybe won't listen, maybe won't cry. It's hard for me to notice the sweat's pouring in my eyes. Pouring in my eyes. Get to town too early, try to find a place to park. I search for change to pay for the meter, wait for it to get dark. It's all about killing time, yes, hurry up and wait. Try and find new ways to entertain my brain. Sometimes it goes to getting high today. Getting high today. It's finally time for showtime, and I step up on this stage. A tattooed man with a long-ass beard, no wonder why they look at me strange. By the time I strike my first chord, and I deliver my first line, I'm sunk into my soul and gotten lost inside my mind. I don't think about much, I let the time go by. Let the time go by. Well, the night is finally over, and I'm soaked in all my sweat. I wait around, hope to sell some merch, and then smoke a cigarette. I sneak back in, pack up my gear, and I hope that I get paid. I think about the people that I meet, and I hope I don't fade. I get into my car, then I drive away. Then I drive away. Drive on through the night, try to find a place to sleep. The rest stops are either filled with cops or the truck stops filled with creeps. The hotels are either filled with bugs or more than I can afford. So I just keep on driving, and soon I will be bored. I begin to wonder, what do I do this for? Do I do this for? Why do I keep on going? Why do I keep on turning that page? It all boils down to the hours that I stand up on the stage. The feeling of connection doesn't shake my hands. The feeling of connection of the ones I now call friends. The ones that will return again as I travel across this land. As I travel across this land. As I across this land. All right.
Is that from your new album?
No, that's from that was from Bag of Broken Bones, which is an EP I released August of 2018, which you can find on my website, which is www.justinhilton.com. And like Brandon said, my new album came out 3 weeks ago, live at Waller's, which is now available on all the streaming sites and then YouTube and also on. You can go to my website and I'll mail you one as long as the post offices are still open. You got something to say?
I'm just hopping on stage. I feel like I should say something.
Okay.
I think Justin's just an awesome guy. Like I said when we started the show, I met him, man, that's 8 years ago at a wedding. I don't think this mic's even on.
Has it been that long?
And I think it's been that long, man. How long ago did you do your band? 2 years ago? Took a year to finish. I met you probably 4 years before that. Anyways, we were at a music festival called Wildwood Revival. And this happens outside of Athens in Arnoldsville. And really cool show. Happens about every July, August in Georgia. And I just turn around. My wife and I help out at the festival. I turn around. There's this dude standing there. It was just like an immediate. I hadn't seen the guy in 5-6 years. Only had a conversation with him once to begin with. And I was immediately like, Reverend. He looks at me. He says, Brandon. And he's just the kind of guy that can show up, and it's not so much starting off where you left off, but you're just really comfortable around him. Got a good heart, good spirit. Man, we're doing great on the live feed. We've had over 50 people between both our feeds, and a lot of people commenting. So keep it up. I want to give you the stage back. I just wanted to say I love your heart, man, and love being here tonight, just being in people's lives, despite not being able to be with you guys. So thank you.
Thanks, Brandon. That was really, really sweet. And it's really sweet of y'all to tune in. I've said this. I think that we're very fortunate as artists to have this ability to bring y'all the things that we love and the things that keep us going, and hopefully through these engines like Facebook and Instagram to continue to bring y'all our art. And thank you guys for continuing to support us. Here's a pretty little love song about comparing love to a fruit stand.
How many bridges I gotta cross before I got you in my sight? How many roads I gotta go down before I'm entering your town? I have seen no one, I have heard no one, felt your touch. There's nothing that I want so much. How many times I gotta cry before I finally realize love is not free. You gotta work to see. Oh, see the fruits in you was worth. You take that first taste. It is love we cannot waste. Kick off my boots, and I lie by your bed, and I crawl in next to you, call you my fruit stand. You're sweeter than a strawberry, more top than a Michigan cherry. You're finer than a Georgia peach, and I finally got you in my reach. You're sweeter than a strawberry, more top than a Michigan cherry. Finer than a Georgia peach, and I finally got you in my reach. Finally got you in my reach.
Love it. Get lots of hearts, baby. I'm asking for them too.
What are we looking at time, man? How are we looking on time? So apparently Dahlonega tonight has a curfew, and I can't be on the streets past 9 o'clock. So I have to drive back to Marietta, and we don't really know what time it is. So
Lost down here. We got about a loose 11 minutes.
11 minutes. Oh crap. That is not a lot of time. Okay.
What's your website again, man? Where can I get your album?
Website is www.justinhylton.com, and that is Hylton. If you feel obliged to send us some tips and some donations, I'm going to be splitting them with Canopy and the Roots, because they're a small business as well, and we're all suffering out there. It's insane times, y'all, and I hope that everybody's being safe, and I hope we all don't lose our minds. I mean, music helps. It helps me a little bit, and I hope that it brings y'all a little bit of joy. So I guess that's really only time for maybe 3 more. So we'll do. I'm gonna do a new song for you guys. This is a new song. So I have a Patreon account, and through Patreon you can. I give you a new song a month, a song that I'm working on. I give you these little videos from the band called Levy Jean Sessions. So my band is called Levy Jean. And I tell you about what's going on in my life, where I am, the shows that I got going on, the people that I'm meeting, and then I write these songs. And they're only, I kind of give them to my Patreon members first, and then get some feedback, and then just kind of eventually take it out into the world. But this is a song I flipped a car on my first tour back out on the road about 5 years ago, and ever since then it was in the snow in Colorado, and ever since then I've kind of white knuckled it around the snow. Like in the van or in anything, I get really anxious, and so I was in this place called the Guia National Forest, which is outside of Silver City in New Mexico just a few months ago, and I was playing this show, and I was driving. There's this really cool this hot springs that's down in this valley that I like to go to. I like to end in that area and go out to the hot springs for a few days. And I was on my way down there, and it started snowing. It's a super windy road going out into this valley canyon thing. And this chorus kind of came to me. I was thinking about white knuckling it through the curves and stuff, and through the snow. And then also I've always wanted to kind of incorporate. I don't know, you guys know this, but in the back roads you see these road signs that have been like shot up by shotguns and all sorts of stuff, and I wanted to incorporate that into the song. So, and then a disclaimer: I don't. The name of the song is Emily, and I've never actually dated or been close to any Emily, but that's still the name of the song. So
funny, we got an Emily commenting right now.
Oh, Emily! That is fun.
Buttons on my coat, they jingle while I drive. I'm out here trying to keep time, and the jeans that I wear faded and worn. I'm losing weight, they don't fit me anymore, and the boots on my feet got holes in the soles, it's like my heart when I finally left home. Gonna wind up round these curves and through the snow. Seems I'm gonna take my sweet old time getting over you. I'm looking for company, I'm alone with your memory. With me tonight, Emily. Out here on the back roads, every road sign is a target for the good old boys. Shotguns stolen from their daddy's cabin. When the pavement changes, you know you cross that county line. I'm out here, but you fall behind me, and I'm so far away from everything you had to say. And so it falls to think about how I couldn't stay. Gonna wind up round these curves and through the snow. Seems I'm gonna take my sweet old time getting over you. I'm looking for company, I'm alone with your memory. With me tonight, Emily. Know if I'm missing, I'm living in the past. Done enough living to know that nothing ever lasts. Tonight I miss the feeling, my body's intertwined. Shadows on your face when your eyes are staring down into mine. Gonna wind up round these curves and through the snow. Seems I'm gonna take my sweet old time getting over you. I'm looking for company, I'm alone with your memory. With me tonight, with me tonight, with me tonight, Emily. All right.
Got one more announcement.
One more? Oh,
One more announcement.
All right. For all of Justin's fans, we're in a listening room in Dahlonega, Georgia. Holds about 50 people, and right off the square. If anyone's ever been to Dahlonega, Georgia, cool little town when there's not a pandemic happening. But instead of passing the hat, which some artists do in their venue, just to collect tips, we pass a huge ceramic mug. Because upstairs we're also a social house and we serve coffee and all that good stuff. So instead of passing a hat, we pass a mug. If you were here, I'm going to pass this mug. And you can fill it up by going to Venmo at Rev Hylton and just giving tips, support the artists, support the arts. Let's get through this. Bringing peace and love to you guys from the Canopy and the Roots. Enjoy the last couple songs. Thank you.
The actual virtual tip jar. Okay, so we're gonna do two more. All right, and I'm not gonna get all into the stories. If you guys want to hear these stories and more stories, I did. Why Do Wallers is a storyteller album. So you can go and listen to that right now. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can download it on iTunes, or you can hit me up on my Facebook or my website, and I'll put one in the mail for you. But anyways, the song's called Down by the River.
they follow me, 'cause I'm not just trying to figure out how to let them go. These changes, they hold me back, follow me, baby, just trying to figure out how to be free. Going down to the city, maybe, to see what I can find. Maybe I'll walk the streets till dawn, maybe I'll go back high. Going out to the country, baby, to try and find my way. Maybe I'll just get lost if my words the same. These changes, they hold me back, 'cause I know just trying to figure out how to let them go. These changes, they hold me back, while I need me, just trying to figure out how to be free. Going out to the woods to try and find myself. Maybe I'll find inner peace, and maybe I'll just find out. Going out try to find true love, maybe Northwest girl. Maybe I'll quit my rambling ways, my happiness in this way. I'm going out try to find true love, maybe Northwest girl. Maybe I'll quit my rambling ways, my happiness in this way. These changes, they hold me back, 'cause I know just trying to figure out how to let them go. These changes, they hold me back, while I need me, just trying to figure out how to be free. These changes, they hold me back, while I need me, just trying to figure out how to be free.
Alright, you guys, Reverend Hylton, you guys can, when this all comes back together, you can come visit Canopy and the Roots. This is going to be my last song. Please reach out to your friends that you know are struggling more than others. If you know people that are, substance abuse problems or alcohol problems or just mental illnesses, and we're all in a strange time, so, keep them in your thoughts and maybe reach out to them. The song's called Stubborn.
Hey, Rev, what was the name of that last song?
The last song is called Down by the River. And it's on the new album, the new Live at Waller's album. Hey, through Shenandoah Valley, got more work done than I can get out there. Springfield found us higher than we can. We were rolling without any shame. Went downtown, grabbed our gear, ran out west from all of our fears. Landed in that copper town, we rode and rode while all the snow fell down. There, that heavy hammer came down. We were that stubborn, now we big down. We lost the battle, and I know we were at war. Never heard death knocking at our door. Split our ways, I headed south, Pirates Lane, a big smile on my mouth. Run by day, run by night, once again I lost that fight.
town, lost and loved to the evils we hate found. One more soul lost through the cracks, I found myself living by the tracks. Then that heavy hammer came down. That was that stubborn nail beat me down. I lost a man, and I know I was in war. And it hurt death knocking at my door. As they crossed and so it seemed, playing music was to be our dreams. Late at night in that beach town, that pure white sand would surely bring us down. Evil girl with warm sheet paper, even south, we would come and sing. God, I found a helping hand instead of getting caught in that big sand. Then that heavy hammer came down. I was that stubborn nail beat me down. I lost the battle, and I know I was at war. And it hurt death knocking at my door. And it hurt death knocking at my door. 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 Thank you guys so much.
All right, Reverend. It's
Thank
awesome.
you, Brandon. Thank you, Canopy and the Roots. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And keep an eye out. I'm sure I'll be doing some more of these down the line. So I love y'all. Appreciate it.
Like Justin said, everyone's struggling these days. We appreciate being able to come to your home. Canopy and the Roots up in Dahlonega, Georgia. My wife and I opened it about 7 weeks ago. So tough time to open, but our whole point is to bring community into your homes, to connect with the artists, and thanks for being part of our night. Appreciate you, Justin. Good night, y'all.